The song's called Phaze. It's off my first album. Well, you know who you are now. I don't know who I am. Well, it might be a problem. Well, it just might be a problem that I don't understand. Well, it's just a little phase that I am going through, baby. I'm just a little down, baby, because I'm not with you. It's just a little phase that I am going through, baby. That I am going through, baby. That I am going through, baby. All right now. Solutions are simple, yeah. When you've got a master plan, well, I know what I'll do now. Well, I'll just be my own man. It's just a little phase, baby, that I am going through, baby. I'm just a little down, baby, because I'm not with you. It's just a little phase that I am going through, baby. That I am going through, baby. That I am going through. Let's see how we get this time. Come on now. It's just a little phase that I am going through, baby. Well, I'm just a little down because I'm not with you. Well, it's just a little phase. Well, it's just a little phase. Well, it's just a little phase that I am going through, baby. Hey.
With me in the studio right now is singer-songwriter, Darwin local man, and lead singer of the great Darwin band, The Moral High Ground. I am, of course, talking to David Spry. Hello, David.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Thank you so much for coming into the studio to talk to the listeners, the audience, about your journey as well as some of the things that you're doing around Darwin.
Thank you for having me. It's always an honour coming in here and sharing, or having a yarn and sharing stories. It's fun.
So let's just get straight in. Who's David Spry? What's his journey? What inspires you to be a musician?
Well, it's the music is on both sides of my mum and my father have both got music in the family. You know, I've grown up here in Darwin and followed my father's footsteps in Darwin. My father was a musician in Darwin and still is. And you know, I suppose I'm following that that singer-songwriter journey that many have before me, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. You know, writing about things that are important, I think, and things that are not so important, but you know, that are fun. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah.
So what kind of style of or genre of music do you play, or what style do you go for? It's sort of whatever comes out, but it seems to be in the roots sort of realm. You know, your folky, blues, reggae, soul, sort of vibe, which sort of is the roots thing. Bit of reggae, you know. Yeah, it seems to be more earth, ground based. That kind of something that, you know, Indigenous artists, singers, and songwriters seem to be attached to.
It is very much so, yes.
Yeah. You've released 3 albums. Can you tell me the names of the albums, please?
Sure. The first one I did with a really fantastic musician who still plays a lot around, a man called Toby Robinson. I did one many moons ago,
in Darwin, recorded in Darwin, one called Slowly Slowly. It's an acoustic album. And then after that, I released another one that was recorded here in Darwin with the Moral High Ground. And then I've recently released more of a solo album called Willfully Adrift, but using some of the musicians that I'd previously used as well, but more of a personal release, the latest one.
And why did you choose the Moral High Ground?
It sort of stands for something. When there's trouble, you got to take the moral high ground, and it. I was sitting in a cafe in Mitchell Street with a couple of locals, and we were just yarning, and sometimes you got to take the moral high ground. We're like, kind of sounds like a nice band name, and it sort of sounds righteous and rootsy, and we're playing a lot of reggae at the time, and it just sort of sounded like it suited, and what it stands for. If there's trouble, take the moral high ground. Only one unreleased song. This song's called "Every Little Thing's Gonna Be All Right," or sometimes known as Mother's Tongue.
He was a curious child. He spoke his mother's tongue. Well, he was an innocent child. Never ever knew her too well. But one day his world came falling down, straight from your so-called lone abode. But little did he know back then that every little thing's gonna be alright. That every little thing's gonna be, it's gonna be right. The 3 wives he had, maybe more. Treated them the best that he could. 7 children they did bear him, yeah. He treated them the best he could, with a troubled mind. But one day his world came falling down, straight from your so-called lone abode. But little did he know back then that every little thing's gonna be alright. That every little thing's gonna be alright. That every little thing's gonna be alright. That every little thing's gonna be, it's gonna be alright. One day his world came falling down, straight from your soul called love and bug. Little did he know back then that every little thing's gonna be alright. Oh, but every little thing's gonna be alright. Yeah. That every little thing's gonna be alright, baby. Oh, but every little thing's gonna be, it's gonna be, it's gonna be, oh, it's gonna be alright, baby. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright, yes, baby. Well, don't you know it's gonna be alright? It's gonna be alright, baby. It's gonna be alright. Well, he was a curious child. He spoke his mother's tongue.
So how long have you been performing yourself solo as well as with the band around Darwin?
You know, I think I was probably 17 when I stuck into a few pubs and played bass for a few bands many moons ago before you had to really have ID. I probably looked about 14, but I was able to sneak in and play a few pubs and do a few things, and you know, I was always sort of in the entertainer's light as such in following my father's footsteps, playing around town, and I was always picking something up or doing something where my father was. So, it's hard to pinpoint it really.
Yeah.
But I've always been, my brother and I got a bass guitar when I was 12, and we sat on the Eskies while all the uncles said, play this and play that, and we jammed around, and they loved it. And, that's sort of where it all started. So, it's hard to say. It's always been there.
I think we can all relate to that experience of, those big long weekends, family gets together and it's like, who's got the guitar? Let's go. Last year in August, you released the album Willfully Adrift, sorry. What inspired you with that one?
It was sort of a story of a long time coming. A lot of the 90% of the music on the album was written 20 years ago. And a lot of them, there's at least 5 tracks off that album that I just never thought would really make it, and I didn't think was good enough. And I finally sort of got to a stage in my life where I was thinking, well, actually, if I put this and put that and produce it in this way, it will actually become quite nice music. And I'm very proud of it in the end. It was done on such a budget, and the reason I say willfully adrift is because it was so long ago that I wrote it, and I've been willfully adrift playing music until I finally got back to actually producing it and working with your fantastic musicians and producers such as Marine Boy and another great musician who's doing a lot of stuff down in Melbourne now, Stephen Smith, I was able to contact with these guys and really produce something that I did on such a budget, and it came out really nice. So I'm happy about it. Yeah.
And are there other Darwin artists that collaborated with you on the latest album?
There's definitely some artists that have been playing around in Darwin for a long time, which I was very happy to be able to get on the album. Some young voices in there. There was a young female artist that her father sort of guided me through music as I was a young 17-year-old bass guitarist in a pub, and and now I'm sort of paying it back, and she's singing along, and young Prayer and young Prayer Corby, and she's doing some fantastic work with us as well, and we've got a few of the regulars in there as well, which is really fun. And it's good to be able to give back to your own community and add these guys in. Yeah.
What is the Darwin music community like? Is it a thriving community? Is it small? Is it experimental?
For the size of the population of Darwin, the actual scene's really healthy. There's a lot of people in the arts in general which are doing some really great things, but as far as the music scene's concerned, there's some really good guys really pushing to support. Especially when I was a younger musician, we didn't quite realise it at the time, but there's a lot of this support base now where you can go down and play at some fantastic stuff, like the First Sunday Blues down the Pints Club. These sort of platforms are really good for young and up and coming artists, and they get to play in front of stages, on a stage in front of people, which I think is a really important thing. And the diversity in itself of the music industry in Darwin, like the different types of music, from your Indigenous music to your heavy metal stuff. You've got your rappers and you've got your EDM stuff, and your folk musicians, your country musicians. We cover in Darwin. We cover a lot of Northern Territory, and it covers a lot of ticks a lot of boxes. This is my latest album, Willfully Adrift. This one's called Reality, a song written many moons ago.
What am I to do? I'm stuck in this heat tube. Well, down the bottom's where I don't wanna go, and at the top is you. I just can't face reality, yeah. I just can't face me. Well, I just can't face reality. I just can't face me. What am I to do? I'm stuck in this here room. Well, there are four sides to it. Well, in a window too. Well, me on one side and you on the other. Well, I break the glass, but I can't. I'm not your lover, but I guess you know it's true. 'Cause baby, I still love you. I just can't face reality, yeah. I just can't face me. Well, I just can't face reality. I just can't face me. I wish I could break that window down with just a smile when you got a frown. For you to find me, 'cause I can't be found. For you to find me, 'cause I can't be found. What am I to do? I'm stuck in this heat tube. There are four sides to it. I'm so far away from you. Well, I wanna be with you, and I'm torn. I just can't face, can't face reality.
Do you have any advice for any musicians out there, be it beginners or pros, what they should do?
The thing about it is that the journey on the way, you meet some fantastic people, do some fantastic stuff, and you get to collaborate and be independent, be free, enjoy your journey. Yeah.
One other question I would like to ask you in regards to your music career. You've just released a new music clip from your latest album, Free, and I watched a bit of it. Where did that concept come from? What inspired you to use those visuals in the clip?
I'd envisioned this type of thing before with this particular, especially once we heard the final production of this track, Free. It just sung to me. This is what, no pun intended, that this sort of what it looks like, and I sort of envisioned it's such cinematic sounds within this song Free that it just kind of sat there, and I had the opportunity to meet a very fantastic man, EJ Garrett, who did the recording. He's actually originally Kalkadoon Indigenous fella, but he moved down to through Rocky, and he now lives in Ipswich. And then we had another fella from Rockhampton that he knew that was one of the dancers, and we sourced a young fella from Brisbane, another Indigenous dancer, and just the combination of having these people together and create such a beautiful piece was strong. Really fantastic, and the strength of it, yeah, exactly, and it's very powerful, and the message was right, everything suited, and sometimes I've found through life, sometimes things just sit into place. Sometimes you have to really, really work at things to get to sit into place. And to be honest, this whole album was 2.5 years in the making. And sometimes you just get one nice, beautiful, diamond, in the rough, and Free ended up being it, and we were able to do a really good clip with EJ.
Lordy me. Look what you done to you and me. Right down here now. The sun may rise, fall again for you and me. And once again, you can be free. You can be free. Me, oh my. Look what you done to my life. Right down here now. The sun may rise, fall again for you and me. And once again, once again, once again, you can be free, free. 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 Jesus Christ. Lord, what I've done to my life. Right down here now, the sun may rise, fall again for you and me. Yeah. And once again,